Hello, and welcome to my UE4 design test level. This level is heavily inspired by the Metal Gear franchise, and in particular takes place after Snake has just destroyed a large section of the enemy base, and they are now on high alert. He must escape stealthily through the remainder of the base and escape to the evac zone. Stealth is optional, as with most Metal Gear games, but for this preview I will be assuming we are fully stealthy. Now first off we start in this plateau, and we carefully make our way down to enter the play area. The player will initially attempt to go through the obvious gateway, but a large explosion resulting from the damage to the base will block their route. They will find an alternate path under the guise of night. They will soon open up into a large open area, revealing two separate ways they can go. They can either take out an enemy at risk of waking up the separate enemy over there, and make their way through this cavern, or they can go up this elevated area to get a vantage point and be safer. While in your experience, I try to offer player options. Another small enemy encampment here. Something I added to catch the player off guard is actually a small sniper's lookout nest here, another enemy. The player may get through luckily if they don't see them, but they're more likely be spotted, so they must be vigilant. The player can drop down here, hopefully on this side as to spot another enemy. Again, to further reiterate how important stealth is on this level. As most Metal Gear games know for being intense, well on high alert, as you are not spotted, but the enemy is still searching for you. Now opening up through this tunnel, the player will enter one of the main areas of the game, which really challenges their patience and skill. A helicopter will be roaming throughout the map, and this truck will pass by, going into the hangar bay over there. If the player is patient, they won't get spotted. The player will notice multiple searchlights looking for them. They must time where they go well as to not be spotted, as the lights will make them far more likely to be seen by the enemy. There are optional areas for the player to find extra weapons and ammo, as in most Metal Gear games, as there are supplies and the such as health items and tranquilizers. The player will find their way up to the back end of this small valley and find a small grouping of enemy soldiers being briefed looking for you. In the game, the player is able to go on their belly and crawl to not be spotted, slowly sneaking past these many enemies here who would be too much to fight head on. As is custom with most Metal Gear games, they offer a large portion of the level to let the player reflect, although there is still an enemy here. There will likely be an audio briefing here given to you by your superiors, or Snake will reminisce to himself thinking about the mission so far. Upon the final section of the escape mission, Snake will see a wide, varying array of levels he can go across. There are three main paths you can take, either through the first layer of stairs, which could be risky, a false herring. There are enemy patrols going throughout the floor, so you want to avoid them. You could go up to the second stairway, but there are searchlights and enemies around, so a clever player will find an alternate route, which is in this warehouse facility here. Upon getting to the top, they may hopefully spot the enemy here, but even if they are spotted, they will be able to take out the enemy before they alert the comrades. The player can vault through the window and get a head start on their daring escape. At this point, the helicopter will be around here, patrolling the area as well. One more enemy for Snake to take care of. And hopefully after navigating all the patrolling enemies, all the searchlights, Snake will make it to the top, where he will be able to scale a small wall and reach the extraction zone, at which point a cutscene will play showing Snake escaping. thank you for listening, and this has been my preview level.